All right, so this is two people and their rankings for this survey that we just did. The rankings are from 1 to 8. These two people, as you can see, pretty much agree on a majority of it. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, and so on and so forth. So they have a strong correlation between the two. So to calculate Spearman's, the formula will be given on the quiz and the test. You will need to fill in this chart. D is difference, so you just subtract. I usually work left to right, but it doesn't actually matter. 1 minus 1 is 0, 2 minus 2, 3 minus 3, 4 minus 6, 5 minus 5, 6 minus 4, 7 minus 8, and 8 minus 7. After you have calculated the difference by subtracting, you will take that number and square it, which means you multiply it by itself. So 0 times 0, 0, 0. Negative 2 times a negative 2 will be a positive 4. 0, 4, positive 1, and a positive 1. All right, so continuing, after we figure out D squared's column, we need to figure out what the sum of that column is. Sum is addition, so you just add those numbers up. 4 plus 4 plus 1 is 10. Again, the formula will be given on the test. It is 1 minus 6 times the sum of D squared over N times N squared minus 1. Remember that N is the amount of rankings there are. So for this problem, there's actually 8. So N is 8. So 1 minus 6 times 10 over 8 times 8 squared minus 1. 6 times 10 is 60. 8, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, you do the things in parentheses first, exponent first, so 8 squared is 64, minus the 1 is 63, and then do the multiplication by 8, so 504. A fraction is just a division problem, so that is 60 divided by 504, which is 0.12. 2 places after the decimal, please. That was 0.119, so we round up to 0.12. 1 minus 0.12 is 0.88. That is their R value, and they are very closely related in what they liked. All right, when we're calculating Spearman's rank correlation, the R value should be between -1 and a positive 1. Can be equal to those, but if you get the answer of 2, you are wrong. It is from -1 less than or equal to R, which is less than or equal to 1, so in between those. The closer to a positive 1 you are, the stronger. You have a strong positive relationship between the two people's rankings. A strong positive relationship, meaning that they like the same things or whatever we are ranking here. The closer you are to -1, you have a strong negative relationship, meaning that they don't like the same things, they like the opposite of the same things. The one person likes something, the other person doesn't like it. What the other person likes, the other person doesn't like. They have an opposite relationship. It's still strong negative relationship. The closer you are to 0, the weaker your relationship is, until there is no relationship at all at R equals 0. So weaker and no association. between the two values. We can calculate this R value using the calculator. So you can check your work, but you're still going to have to show your work. To do so, you will be hitting Stat, Edit, and putting the numbers into List 1 and List 2. After you have put the numbers into List 1 and List 2, you will be hitting Stat, Calculate, Lin, Regress. At which point it should give you the y equals equation and the R value. If the R value does not come up when you hit Lin Regress, then you will have to turn it on. That's why I am videotaping this, so you can look at this later to figure out how to turn it on if there's a problem. To turn it on, you will be hitting Catalog. Catalog is in blue above the 0 button. You will then hit D, which is in green above the x to the -1 button. But calculator already has the alpha chosen, so you just hit that button. So you hit blue 0, and then you will hit the button that says D. And then you will continue down until you get to Diagnostic On. And you will hit Enter. You might have to hit Enter twice. And then it'll say Done, and you can run through it again. Stat, Calculate, Lin, Regress, and the R value should appear.